history of cricket down under is as entertaining and unpredictable as an Australian cricket wicket. This historical journey
beautifully bowled
springs from the memories of the world's cricketing elite.
Oh, what a magnificent innings.
Who have done battle on Australian soil.
Doesn't get any better than that.
These are the players' stories.
Good heavens, what an astounding patch.
Catch! Goes, and goes, and goes.
At the dawn of a new cricketing century,
That's even better.
the rise of fresh formats
Outside edge, and there's a wicket.
spawned a new breed of players.
Cop that. Superb stroke play.
A competitor whose mindset redefined a fundamental role.
He said, right, I'm going to face this fear and I'm going to almost just smash that fear right in the face.
A batter come bowler
Beautifully bowled.
who blew the world over.
As a batsman, he could stand up there alongside some of the great players in the world, but also have that ability to take wickets.
And a talent so rare,
That's it. 100 for Jayasuriya. Only 87 balls faced.
No one had really even seen that before, and he consistently was able to do it.
they changed the way the game was played.
Played a brand of cricket that was high risk and high reward.
Beautiful shot.
Australian cricket selectors gave Adam Gilchrist the start to his one-day career in 1996.
I think he's gone.
And within a year, he had the opportunity to both keep wickets and establish himself as an attacking opening batter.
There it is. First one-day international 100 for Adam Gilchrist.
It was a terrific double that he could wicket keep and open the batting, because it gave us as selectors the opportunity. We could really balance the side. It gave us so many different options.
That's a cracking shot. That's 4.
Gilchrist's attacking style revolutionised the one-day game.
Good shot. That's 4 more. And he did a fantastic job from that sort of, let's get 250 plus became let's get 300, because we'll get an extra 30 or 40 in those first 10 overs.
In 1999, he was picked as the first-choice keeper for the Test team and wasted no time in showing his class with the gloves.
Got him. It's all beautifully done. Beautifully done. Stumped magnificently.
To get a leg side stumping off Warney, others may not see it as a big deal, but any wicketkeeper out there knows that's 100 on debut.
And in just his second Test, when Australia find themselves in trouble,
That's a very good shot.
Gilchrist doubles down with the bat.
We found ourselves way on the back foot in the game, and we always sort of felt like we were chasing our tail. To walk out at 5 for 120 odd, it was a nerve-wracking time, and there was some little demons in my mind saying, are you out of your depth?
Straight down the ground. That'll be it. What a beautiful shot.
So to dig in and to get 100 and to contribute significantly to a win,
And that is a superb century.
that was a real sense of, OK, maybe I do belong at this level. No guarantees of future success, but I certainly have shown that I can play at this level, and there's a challenge to try and maintain that now.
And maintain it he did. For the best part of the decade that followed, Gilchrist would play a huge role in Australia's record-breaking 16 consecutive Test wins.
When he moved into Test cricket, he changed the whole game plan, really. Of course, the faster you score, the quicker you get your runs, the more time you've got to bowl the opposition out. You know, it's not rocket science.
And he loves them when they're short.
But it took someone like Gilchrist to make people actually focus on that.
But an Ashes loss in 2005 revealed a chink in Gilchrist's armour.
I just felt like I was under siege for the first time, and I'd never really hit a roadblock that I just could not get over. But in 05, that turned up.
And just 18 months later, he's facing the old enemy again.
The 06-07 series, and Andrew Flintoff, who had this stranglehold over me, turns up.
Oh, yeah, he's got it!
I get a duck in the first game.
Despite Gilchrist's form, Australia claimed the first 2 matches in emphatic style, before heading to his adopted home ground in Western Australia for the 3rd test, which England must now win or draw to keep their hopes of retaining the Ashes alive.
Let's go.
Australia win the toss, elect to bat, and while Steve Harmison has some success on the Perth pitch,
The thing about the WACA is that the ball bounces there.
it's spinner Monty Panesar who makes the most of the lively wicket.
What a start.
That's not just for the quick bowlers, but the spinner too gets some bounce. And Panesar was a strong spin bowler who rather drove the ball into the pitch, and so was quite well suited for bowling there.
Panesar picks up 5 first innings wickets, including a tentative Adam Gilchrist.
Oh, is there an edge there? Oh, it's well taken. Yes, and a nod.
And in a trademark show of character, Gilchrist walks before the umpire is required to make a decision.
Well, he's ahead of his time, Gilchrist. He's not going to wait for umpires. If he nicks him, he's going, and that's the end of that.
I think that says a lot about him as a person, and I think that's why Gilly was so loved, that he was such an honest and humble person and player, and I think even the English loved him.
Wonderful bowling and the end of a real danger man.
Well, it certainly made him different to most Australian batsmen. In fact, I often wondered when he did walk what the other Aussies thought of him, actually, in the dressing room.
Gilchrist just checking to see that the catch was taken.
It's something I think we all admired. It was his decision. Most of us wouldn't walk. You know, the umpire's there to make a decision. Sometimes you get a good decision, sometimes you don't. But Gilly was like, no, if I know I'm out, then I just walk off.
Gilchrist may have known he was out, but there was a bigger worry brewing.
Another duck at the WACA to a left-arm orthodox, Monty Panesar. That's not how you should be getting out at the WACA. But I walked off the field that day thinking I'm done. I'm retiring straight away.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
With Australia bundled out for just 244, the once unstoppable Gilchrist is at a crossroads as he heads home after day 1.
Both Gilly and I live in Perth, and so we didn't stay at the team hotel, we stayed at home. And I remember we were driving and Gilly was talking to me about how he was feeling.
I just spilled it out. I said, the game's got me by the scruff of the neck at the moment. I don't know what to do. It's got me. I feel helpless. I'm trapped. I'm, really struggling with things here emotionally, and I'm doubting my physical capabilities.
I was thinking, I think this is the end. I think I'm going to retire. And I did not know what to say. And
Haskell just goes, yeah.
And I feel terrible about it now.
Yeah, I didn't get the response I was hoping for, but at least I got it off my chest.
I wish, I could have grabbed that moment and said, no way, Gilly, you've still got it. You've got many years of great cricket in front of you. We still love you. We're back. You're an important part of the team. I wish I came out with those words, but he just shocked me and floored me that I had nothing for him at that stage.
But before he called stumps, Gilchrist's wife found the words he needed to hear.
I walk into the house and Mel said, oh, you're retiring, are you? I went, yeah. And she said, no, you're not. You're just whinging because you got a duck and you're just carrying on. Like, you're just feeling sorry for yourself, and get over it.
Returning to the ground for day 2, Gilchrist pulled the gloves back on.
Full pitch, 4 runs should be down the hill with the Brin. Good start for England.
And the ball is now in England's court to try and post a competitive first innings total and save the series.
Gone again. Great stuff, Andrew Strauss. That's 8 off 2. You come off the back of them winning the toss. You're 2-0 down in the Ashes, and it should be advantage England. because you've bowled them out for a below par score.
But the England batters also failed to fire on the WACA pitch. With the Ashes on the line, it's left to Steve Harmison and Monty Panesar batting at numbers 10 and 11 to keep England's hopes alive.
He's got away fine. Could be 4 handy runs for England.
Me and Monty had a bit of fun at the end of that first innings.
Wrong sweeps and sweeps. Wow, long way. Oh, what a good hit.
The pair put on 40 crucial runs for the final wicket.
And that got us up to a score where we were just about still in the game.
Great on drive, 4 runs, Monty, you beauty.
England trail by just 29. With the Barmy Army behind them, the visitors know they need early wickets, and it's swing specialist Matthew Hoggard who is charged with the first delivery to opener Justin Lanka.
He's bowled him, he's clean bowled him, first ball, what a start.
Hoggy had a way of picking up wickets first ball.
It's the perfect delivery to a left-hander. Ask Mark Taylor.
Yeah, it's not the one you want as a left-hand opening batsman. That's a beauty.
Still in the game with a bat, and we get Lanka first ball, and you're thinking, right, the contest is still on here.
The rest of the Australian top order dig in.
That could well be 50 for Ponting.
Against a determined English attack. And while most make strong contributions,
that's an amazing shot.
It's hometown hero Mike Hussey who takes control of the innings.
God, there it is! Straight down the ground with a pull shot. Wishing that's a grand final ball.
By the time Hussey is dismissed,
Some noise, yes, the end of the great innings.
the Australians lead by 386 with 6 wickets in hand.
Oh, it's got him, he's got him, that's it, well bowled.
But in the blink of an eye, the out-of-form Adam Gilchrist is back in the middle, now facing a pair.
Out for a duck in the first innings. He certainly wouldn't want to get a pair here in front of his home. Don't want to get a pair at the best of times, but he wouldn't want to do it at home.
I'll never forget sitting next to Punter and out the old front of the change rooms there at the WACA, and Punter, I said, mate, if he gets runs here, this will be a miracle.
I still had a little demon in my mind. I knew full well who was going to come on and bowl as soon as I got out there, and of course it's Andrew Flintoff around the wicket. He'll have the gully region packed, he'll have a bloke back there in case I go hard at it. And he does everything right, he gets in the right area, and I push tentatively at it. Big outside edge, my heart sinks. Look around. And maybe Freddie, who was captain for this game, had just not got his field right, and it was a pretty vacant sort of area where normally they might have had 1 or 2 other fielders. And I get lucky, it goes for 4.
I think there was definitely still fear there, but he suppressed that fear and almost like took that fear head on. He said, right, I'm going to face this fear and I'm going to almost just smash that fear right in the face.
Oh, what a shot.
Just... And Punter and I turned and went, did you see that? I went, yeah. It was on.
Nicely played.
Australia now lead by over 400.
Cuts. There it is. Magnificent 100.
And England turn to first innings hero Monty Panesar to once again take on the lower middle order.
Well, having got out to Monty in the first innings, I remember walking off thinking, if I ever do face Monty Panesar again, if I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down with a match plan that had carried me to that point in my career.
Panesar. Gilchrist drives. Oh, wow, what about that? Caught that.
And then all of a sudden, it was like Gilly had just, he was just on fire.
There he goes again over mid-wicket.
Gilchrist continues to attack all of England's bowlers.
There he goes. How good's that?
And by the time Panesar returns for a spell, he's moved on to 44.
This goes. There is a man down there. Oh, he only had 5 metres to move. He moved 1 before it hit the fence. Down the gap again here, Gilchrist. That will bring up his 50.
You know, he went on to get, I think, 50 in about 40 deliveries or something.
Once again, this Western Australian crowd will be all cheering.
Adam Gilchrist, the game changer, is back, and the English know all too well what can happen from here.
Australia had this real ability to, when they had you down, when they were on top, they could crucify you.
Catch. Goes. And goes. And goes.
When you've got the likes of Adam Gilchrist coming in at 7 and he's making the boundaries feel as small as they were, it sucks the life out of you. It really does.
First call from the centre was catch it. They then quickly added to that the bloke in the 23rd row.
It was heartbreaking.
Gilchrist is sticking to his plan for the left-arm orthodox.
He may well get me out caught, but it's at least I'm going to be trying to hit him over the rope.
Goes again. That's even better. That sounded superb and is superb.
All I remember is standing at sort of mid-on and then long-on. And Monty Panesar's trying to throw it above the eye line, and Adam's like 15 yards away from him and belting him over my head.
OK, if you haven't got a hat on, put it on, you might need it. Just some sort of protection. Get the feeling that Adam Gilchrist isn't going to slow up.
I was sitting next to Max Kruger, who was our statistician, and I said, what's the quickest 100 in Test cricket? Max would only need about 2 seconds. He said Viv Richards, 56 balls.
Australia really trying to bury England here at the WACA.
Didn't know about the record. If before that innings you'd sat me down and said, what's the fastest ever Test match 100? How many balls do you reckon? I wouldn't have had a clue. If you'd said who holds the record, I probably would have thrown Viv Richards' name in there because of who he is and the way he played.
Has to settle for a 4.
It was like, Monty, you're going to have to bowl flatter, and he just kept throwing it even higher.
He just went ballistic.
That's the best of the lot.
Watching it going like that, it was crazy.
Watch out, Andrew, you'll get a sunburnt roof in your mouth if you keep doing that.
We just get a full look at his larynx just going, oh. Gilly, unprecedented when he was in that mood.
24 from the over, 3 sixes and a 4, and the crowd are going off.
It was actually, in a kind of a perverse way, it was good to watch.
He's got 11 balls to get 27. Yep. Just a single down.
Gilchrist is playing in full one-day mode, now on 72 off just 45 deliveries.
Oh, that sounded superb. That is superb.
Talk about evolution of the game. I mean, if you ever saw the merger of the two forms of the game, this was the moment. And poor Panesar wouldn't have known what was happening.
And he's on track to break Sir Viv Richards' record for the fastest Test century. It seems there's no stopping Adam Gilchrist.
It was a mad 45 minutes.
Once again, it sounds good.
It was perfect for Gilchrist.
It's it well again, and again it's in the gap.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Obviously it was vintage Gilchrist.
Hits that well. Mahmood can't get there.
It didn't stop. So it was like pressing a fast forward button on a highlights package.
97, 54 balls faced. He's got this delivery to break the record, Adam Gilchrist. He needs a 3 or better off this ball. Here we go. Oh, it's a wide. Oh, what a shame. Not called a wide enough that he couldn't reach it.
You know, many feel it should have been called a wide, but my recollection is I tried to reach it, but I couldn't. I was very comfortable with the fact that I'd got off naught, let alone scoring the fastest ever 100 that day. So, no hard feelings from me.
While he doesn't beat the record, Gilchrist does make a searing century.
Through for the second, that's it. Magnificent. Gilchrist a century. The second fastest in the history of Test cricket.
It gave the definitive stamp on his career. I mean, it was just savage, absolutely savage. And for it to occur in an Ashes event made it even more special for him.
Captain Ricky Ponting is now in a position to declare before the close of play on day 4.
It was great to watch, and I think from a team perspective, we knew we were getting ourselves into a position where, one, we weren't going to lose the Test match, but two, England, this was like a dagger in the heart for them. Like we had a great chance of knocking them over and winning this Test match and winning the series. So it was that realisation that, look, looks like we're going to win.
For an English fan, for us as players, it just felt as though it was, you know, there's no way that we can come back from this. Really did feel like they were rubbing our faces into the dirt.
And while England's batters do perform well and fight to save the series, Gilchrist has given the Australian bowling attack enough time to knock the visitors over and reclaim the Ashes after lunch on day 5.
It's all over. The urn returns to Australia. A magnificent moment for Ricky Ponting and his magnificent 11.
Adam Gilchrist is one of those players who completely changed Test cricket and the way that it's played and the pace at which it's played. To bat in that middle lower order and to score runs at the rate that he did. And of course people cottoned on and everybody wanted their own Adam Gilchrist. Well, there's only one Adam Gilchrist, but he did set a trend that others tried to follow.
Adam Gilchrist would go on to claim a record 416 Test dismissals by an Australian wicketkeeper before hanging up the gloves at the end of the 2007 8th summer.
I loved watching him. I hated playing against him because he could obviously take the game away from you, but he was almost like a visionary, the way that he could see the game.
Very few people, I think, actually changed the game. Gilly's one of them.
Oh, that's out, put behind.
You couldn't just be a wicketkeeper anymore. You had to contribute with the bat as well.
To have the instinct and the bravery at times to bat like that in Test cricket.
Goes again.
Having the courage to take the game on and wanting to change the momentum of the game when the team was in trouble.
Oh, that sounded superb.
And off the field, he's probably one of the most revered, respected, loved teammates of all time.
Few players have the ability to turn a match, let alone change the game. But an audacious talent from the subcontinent shifted the goalposts with his brand of brash batting.
The bits out of that one.
Sanath Jayasuriya made his one-day international debut in Australia in 1989.
Jayasuriya has taken the catch that gives Sri Lanka their second wicket.
before making a name for himself during Sri Lanka's successful World Cup campaign in 1996.
If you want to pick one person who changed Sri Lanka cricket to the state where it is now, it has to be Jayasuriya.
He had made a great contribution to the evolution of the game by completely changing the way an opening batsman went about in the World Cup context. And of course, he gave Sri Lanka the World Cup success in 1996.
It was just I guess almost a modern way of playing now, where just back yourself, take it on, and don't worry about the situation. Just let your talent take over, and don't think about fear, don't think about the negative repercussions. Just think it's going to be positive.
Jayasuriya took over the Sri Lankan captaincy in 1999, and by 2003, he had played a whopping 283 one-day international matches. In the lead-up to his third World Cup, Sri Lanka joined England in Australia for a one-day international tri-series, the perfect platform to find some form.
Everyone's just about in readiness for what should be the start of an exciting VB series.
But Sri Lanka struggled early, losing 3 from 3 to put themselves under immense pressure going into Game 6 against the undefeated Australian side. Australia win the toss and send Sri Lanka in, with captain Jayasuriya opening the batting alongside Marvin Atapattu.
I always take the first ball. That's a given with Sanath. We are just thinking, okay, get the best start we can.
Good start, very good start, hitting down the hill.
Atapattu is quickly off strike, and Jayasuriya is ready to take on Australia's spearhead, Brett Lee.
Big shout from Lee, not support from behind the stumps.
He got hit a couple of times.
That one's around the 143 clicks. Bit of treatment for the skipper here, hit behind the knee.
He was very courageous to stay and make things happen. Maybe he knew when Brett stops his spell, there were bowlers that he would fancy.
But the attacking captain must first see off Lee, who is sending down deliveries at close to 150 kilometres an hour.
Oh, he's got him. No ball called. Knocked him over with the Yorker. Beautifully bowled, but it was no ball called.
To know it was a no ball, it was a great relief.
How about that?
My best buddy is still there. We still have hope.
Nicely played. That was a fraction shorter. Good shot.
On the offside, square of the wicket, boundaries were very short.
It's gone for that. Should be 4 over. Cover he goes. That's the way he likes to play. Fine stroke.
He was so superstitious. When it came to his actual batting facing bowlers, he was going through a pattern, tapping to his pads or checking his pocket, doing all sort of things, 1,000 things before he faces a ball.
He's cut that nicely. Got stuck into that ball. It was a loose delivery and nicely struck for 4.
When he starts, he just goes in that 15-over period like nobody's business.
He was a really unusual player, like a bit of a different grip, and hit the ball through point and hit the ball in the air and changed sort of the way one-day cricket was played.
That's more like Sanath Jayasuriya. Beautiful shot. He's butchered that one through the offside field.
In just the 10th over, Sri Lanka have shot to 48, and the Sri Lankan game changer is being well supported by his opening partner.
For me, my greatest confidence is to have Sanath batting with me.
And into the gap, 4 more.
With a World Cup looming, Australian all-rounder Shane Watson is pushing his case for selection.
That's out that time. No, it isn't. It's dropped, Jay. Don't come any easier than that.
When pressure gets to you, all these things happen. We don't see the Australians doing bad days on the field that often.
The experienced Sri Lankan captain knows how to ride his luck.
Oh, it's got past his hands, banged into his chest.
We were on the attack, they were on the defense. With a few new faces who wants to make a mark in that team leading up to the World Cup, they would have felt the pressure.
Shane Watson's not happy.
He was another one of those fellas who had a claymore for a bat. He just took to the bowling like no one else could at the time.
And Jayasuriya is looking to capitalise by getting as much strike as possible.
There are bowlers that Sanath like to face. Whenever they come into bowl, he used to be so animated from the other side, or else he come to the middle and say, "Give me that single, give me that single."
He now has the game by the scruff of the neck as the openers near a milestone.
Picked up nicely. But this has gone right out to the ladies' stand, and it's gone for 6.
Getting to 100 in our partnership, we are just thinking now, it's 200, that's the plan.
The Australians find themselves well on the back foot, and the cracks continue to show.
Fumble and another run.
It's a really rare day that Australia has a poor day out in the field.
It's beautifully placed.
Jayasuriya flies towards a 14th ODI century and what would be his first in Australia.
Jayasuriya on 96. He's got that in a gap as well. That's it. 100 for Jayasuriya, only 87 balls faced. A brilliant innings here at the SCG, just what his country needed from him.
10 out of 10 for courage from Jayasuriya.
Sort of admired the way he played, but we always thought it was high risk, and if everyone else tried to play the same way, we'd get on top of him. But it would have been great fun to play the way he played, just to have no fear and go out and tee off.
Atapattu and Jayasuriya add insult to injury by knocking off the host's record for the highest opening partnership in Australian ODI history.
There it is, Sri Lankan opening partnership record.
I was very proud. I'm sure Sanath was proud too. He's not somebody who will look up to records, but record is a record. I think it brings us a certain number of pride, honor, to the hard work that you have put in to be in this game, to represent the country.
And Sri Lanka's innovative opener is now going after the entire Australian bowling attack.
All guns blazing. He was just hitting areas that he wants to hit. It's not about bowler setting a field, it's about Sanath where he wants to hit.
Well, there's an odd shot, and it's 4.
The reverse sweep was pretty unusual in those days. I can't imagine that it would have been any more than a little bit of an indulgence for established batsmen or established innings that someone would pull that number out.
I don't think I have ever seen him hit a reverse sweep. No, not even at practices.
The dogged veteran continues to target 21-year-old Shane Watson.
Straight in the air. It'll take some catching. Michael Bevan looks like the man underneath it, and he's put it down.
Having had Jayasuriya dropped twice, Australian captain Ricky Ponting backs Watson to continue with the ball.
Came down the wicket to hit over cover and exposing his stumps.
Bowled. So finally, the opening partnership has been broken.
The record-breaking stand has come to an end, but Sri Lanka's game changer, in trademark fashion, has put Sri Lanka in a dominant position, with his opening partner still driving the team towards a massive total.
You remember taking that cheeky single to get to 100?
Late call. And it's 100 for Marvin Adipatu, his first against Australia.
Very low-key celebration by Adipatu himself.
That's me, I guess. My low-key celebration, it is not intentional, but that's the best I could do.
Adipatu's best helps Sri Lanka to an impressive total of 343.
300 was not common in those days at all. That's a very, very good effort.
And the Sri Lankan side, under the leadership of their trailblazing skipper, know there's still work to be done if they want to beat Australia.
We were very happy at the halfway mark. We were all very proud, but Sanath reminded constantly about it only halfway that we got to finish the game. And don't forget that we are World Cup winners coming from '96.
Charged with starting the run chase are Matthew Hayden and one half of the previous ODI opening partnership record, Adam Gilchrist.
Bonnie's gone right through him.
Getting one of the openers was a huge achievement, but Adam Gilchrist was a huge bonus.
Caught. Good change of pace there.
Sri Lanka claim early wickets, and having led from the front with the bat, Jayasuriya soon picks up where he left off with the ball.
Sanath, you think, does he turn the ball a lot? Not really. Does he flight it? Like, what are his assets? Well, his asset is accuracy.
And he's now gone. No pace whatsoever on the delivery.
He was so accurate that you had to take the chance, and that was where the risk came in for us.
With the pressure mounting, Australia continue to play into Jayasuriya's hands.
This is going to be caught out. That's straight to him.
Sanath loves his bowling. Sanath loves his wicket. He's so passionate. He's so animated when he's bowling.
Oh, and it's bowled him. It's clean bowled him.
In a man-of-the-match performance, Sanath Jayasuriya wraps up the victory for Sri Lanka and reminds the cricket world just how prominent he has been in the limited overs format.
It was thrilling, and any other person has changed the course of the way the one-day game was played. It was him. And of course it has led now into the free hitting in the T20 environment.
And while his career statistics are impressive,
played for more than 2 decades. He averaged 40 in Test match cricket and played over 100 Test matches and 445 limited over matches, which is an astounding record with 2,800s.
His influence on the game itself is his legacy.
The bits out of that one. And that is a lovely half-century from Sanath Jayasuriya. It's taken him just 34 balls.
Was he as successful in one-day cricket as Ricky Ponting because he hasn't got as many hundreds? No. But impact, and our game still wrestles with this. Quality milestones, 50s and 100s, probably don't mean as much now as strike rates.
Why not? I mean, the stats at one time showed if Sanath scored 45 or more, Sri Lanka wins 75% of their games. I mean, what? I mean, can you have a greater stat than that?
Game changers often break the mold.
Yes.
But in the case of one South African all-rounder, it was his ability to fill 2 key positions that would turn the tables for the fledgling Test nation.
Well played, Kallis. A deserved 100.
South Africa returned to Australian shores for the first time since their thrilling drawn series in 1994.
Oh, got him! South Africa have got it, they've won! And the South Africans are over the moon. What a victory.
And they boldly backed young all-rounder Jacques Kallis to plug the all-important number 3 batting position for a 3-test series in 1997.
It's a rare and beautiful thing if you can get an all-rounder who can hold his place as a batsman and a bowler. Here's a guy who could bat at number 3, he could bowl first change, he could field in the slips, and it gave them an opportunity to be able to play more attacking batsmen down the list because Kallis could hold them up and build a foundation.
But he was yet to prove himself on the big stage.
A lot of credit must go to the selectors at that time because they earmarked him as a guy who's got that ability, got that technique, and probably going to be a fantastic find for us in the years to come.
It was Kallis's first time on Australian soil, and the locals were riding high, having beaten South Africa at home earlier in the year.
1997, I always felt that we had their number because we had someone like Warne that they didn't have. Batting, very solid. Fast bowling, very good. You knew they'd field well.
The first test is the iconic Boxing Day fixture. Australian captain Mark Taylor wins the toss and elects to bat first against the formidable South African lineup.
They had a very good all-round side. You knew they were going to create opportunities, but we've always felt having Warne, because they didn't like Warney, they didn't play him that well. We felt it gave us a psychological edge, particularly here at home.
Cuts, and he's gone.
The South African bowling attack makes the most of the new ball.
Oh, he's gone, yes!
Before middle-order batters Steve Waugh and Ricky Ponting combine for a century partnership.
Ponting drives, and he beats mid off. Waugh gets into the act. That's a good shot off his pads.
And Waugh is edging towards 100 of his own.
Crack. He's put him down.
Boxing Day tests are always special. I mean, it's a dream to score 100 on a Boxing Day test.
Stephen Waugh, 96.
There I was 4 runs away, and I think I played a cut shot. I top edged it, and Darryl Cullen, first slip, jumped up, dropped it. I thought, oh, I'm safe here. He's dropped it.
He's got him.
Then he caught on the rebound.
Knocked it up, took the catch, Waugh out on 96 in the test match. That is a big breakthrough.
Thick edge away from getting 100, so, but that's cricket.
There it is, well played.
While Waugh misses out on his milestone.
That's a fine innings, and he's getting a wonderful ovation here.
Ricky Ponting guides the home side to a score of 309.
Oh, he doesn't have a shot.
In reply, South Africa get through the first 10 overs without loss.
Off the bat, straight through, indeed.
But in the 12th, a young Jacques Kallis, playing in just his 7th test match with a batting average under 15, strides to the middle of the MCG for the first time in a test match.
Just starting his career, there's a big rap on Kallis. I mean, the word was this guy was going to be a great player, and when he came to the crease, we saw him as a bit of a pretty boy, you know, blonde hair, good looking, big raps on him. Let's get stuck into him. Let's see what he's really got.
It's a good shot. Beautifully placed.
Initially, we just thought, you know, if we could tie him down, he might have been a little susceptible to the short ball early on. So set him up and then surprise him.
Oh, that's out. Yes, there's a nick there. That's gone.
McGrath's plan works.
That's the end of Kallis.
And Shane Warne proves the difference. As he rolls the arm over for a mammoth 42 out of the 107 overs required.
Oh, yes, that's close. Got him. All over.
To bowl South Africa out for a measly 186.
Oh, that's got to be closed, yes. He's given out.
In the second innings, it's the Australian batters who are bundled out. And at 9 for 208, it looks to be anyone's game, with bowlers Glenn McGrath and Paul Rifle at the crease.
I always enjoyed trying to go out and bat and score a few runs and hang around and put on a bit of a partnership. And, Pistol was a pretty handy batsman for a bowler, so...
But that went away nicely. That'll go all the way.
He scored the majority of the runs.
Oh, he's got that one away as well.
Every run is like gold for someone like myself, a number 11 batsman.
Hesitation and causes the fumble.
We have 49 runs and 94 deliveries. The Rifle and McGrath partnership.
To do that, to put on a partnership for that final wicket, I think has a negative impact on the opposition team, because if they go out and lose an early wicket or two, it can really have a big impact on their team and their performance.
The rearguard action on day 4 has put Australia in the box seat with a lead of almost 400. And the best part of a day and a half to bowl South Africa out.
We've given ourselves 120 plus overs to bowl them out. And we've got Warnie last day at Melbourne. You're just going to win that game.
After scoring 79 with the bat, Paul Rifle is now armed with the new Kookaburra.
It's gone! Clean bowled in. Rifle around the wicket. Bowls. Kirsten gets 100 wickets in Test cricket for Paul Rifle. What a day for him.
And in the 6th over of the 4th innings, with just the 1/2 century to his name, Kallis looks to dig in against a fired-up Australian attack.
The ball was still hard when when he came to the crease. He had to work exceptionally hard.
He's just range of stroke play, both sides of the wicket. Took on the short ball. His bat seemed really wide when he was defending, good technique, and he seemed to have it all. You could tell he was going to be a really good player.
Nicely played away for 4.
Kallis was beginning to show the form which could set up a lengthy career at number 3 for South Africa.
And he's cracked him away through cover, well played off the back foot.
Whereas others would thrive on a pressure situation, his strength was being able to isolate himself from it, to treat each innings when he was out there as if it was the same.
Oh, good shot. Lovely cover drive, that was.
As he survives to the close of play on day 4,
1 for 79.
South Africa are still 300 runs behind, with a mountain to climb to save this test match.
They weren't going to score them against Shane Warne on the 5th day in the 4th innings.
And from the get-go, Australia turned to their chief wicket-taker.
Oh, what a catch! That's a match-winning catch.
Oh, and he's bowled him. So once again, Shane Warne has got the better of Daryl Cullinan.
While the experienced batters fail against Warne, Kallis perseveres.
Technically wise, you always looked at him and thought he's got this sorted. It's such a nice technique, easy on the eye.
And there it is, just a little flick around the corner, and that is Jacques Kallis's 50.
The important thing about that first 50 of his was to prove to himself as much as anybody else that he could match it at test level.
That's a very good 50. He's played with a lot of common sense against the spin and the pace.
He's playing against the best bowler in the world, and he's matching him.
He's got to make a big 100 here if South Africa are going to draw this test match.
Kallis didn't look out of place.
But with 2.5 sessions still remaining, and Shane Warne holding up an end, it's Australia who remain in control.
We weren't that concerned. I think we were going all right. We were getting enough wickets.
Grenier 35, Kallis 69. More importantly, they've been there for a while.
It was only when he and Hansi started putting together that partnership that I was certainly starting to get concerned.
Oh, he's hit that one high. Don't worry chasing that.
The pitch wasn't doing as much as I hoped it would be. And these two, they were tough. They weren't going to give it away.
That one's been whacked away on the onside.
Jacques Kallis, in just his 7th Test match, has now moved past his previous highest score of 61. And while the challenge grows harder with every delivery, he's slowly changing the game for South Africa.
He was learning to play Shane Warne on the job. It became more of a mental battle rather than a physical one.
Well bowled. That one has obviously clipped the edge of the rough there, or it has got a lot of spin on it and just simply turned and bounced.
To defend Warney out of the rough, he would never have seen that in his life. South African batsmen probably would never have come up against that. That's as tough as it gets.
Oh, and that was, I think, probably pitched outside leg stump and then eventually hit him on the back leg.
Kallis and the captain combine for a century partnership and inch their way closer to saving an unlikely draw.
I don't recall them being in a lot of trouble, particularly after they both got started, and that was the worry. During the middle part of the day, I remember standing there thinking, wow, we're just not creating the half chances that you expect.
So McGrath has decided to have a little spell around the wicket now, just see if the change of angle can bring about a wicket.
Angie was a fine player. He obviously helped Kallis in that first test.
Always played that one pretty well.
His presence had a steadying effect on him, so he was always a big wicket trying to hit.
Oh, he's got him. He's hit it straight to short mid-wicket, and that's the end of that. And that is the 4th time now that Stephen Waugh has got Hansi Cronje out in Test match cricket, but this will be the really important one.
But Kallis is resolute at the crease.
Here's a chance. Allrounder says no.
I think his strength was his mindset. We always used to talk about it and like, don't get Jacques out of his bubble. He would be really focused on doing the job, being prepared to bat for long periods of time, not getting flustered, not getting taken out of his game plan.
Staying in the bubble, he moves closer to a personal milestone, which the Australians won't give away without a fight.
Warney bowled magnificently when Kallis was in the 90s.
Like it, Warney.
And he just give it that much more of a rip.
That's a very good save by Greg Blewett.
Kallis endures Warne and finds himself on the brink of a maiden Test century.
That's well played. A deserved 100.
A 5th day MCG 100 is always a very good 100, particularly against our bowling attack, particularly when the South Africans weren't great players of leg spin. To play Warney to show the discipline that Jacques showed was frustrating for me as captain, but it's one of those 100s where you've got to clap. You just go, that's good, that's a quality 100.
Having spent almost 6 hours at the crease,
Bowled him, he's got him bowled. Wow, what a delivery that was.
Kallis has changed the game and put South Africa in a position to save the draw, and announced himself to the cricket world in the process.
That innings was huge in the context of the game as well, to be able to bat out that Test match and make sure we didn't lose.
That's the over, and that's a drawn Test match. Jacques Kallis is man of the match. A very good effort by this young man. It's good night for the MCG.
He was a real deal and obviously went on to have one of the greatest careers of all time.
As his Test career went on, Kallis changed the game for South Africa by not only batting at number 3, but also taking on a senior role with the ball.
I rank Kallis very highly, as an all-rounder. As a batsman, he could stand up there alongside some of the great players in the world, but also have that ability to take wickets.
Beautifully bowled, yes.
Based purely on his numbers, on what he did during his career, He was the greatest all-rounder of all time. He was a number 3 batsman who was one of the greatest run scorers in history. Took almost 300 test wickets as a seam bowler. Now, most players would love that as a career on their own.
There's that cut shot again, Jacques Kallis.
Kallis also dominated one-day cricket in his dual role.
Well, that's well played. Jacques Kallis having a superb tour.
With a skill set that seemed custom-built for the original limited overs format.
He's a wonderful slips fieldsman.
Outside edge and there's a wicket.
One-day cricket wasn't as helter-skelter as it is now. So he was able to get in and build an innings. And a really good bowler as well, so perfect package.
Without a doubt, a quality player. I think he just got better and better throughout his career. He'll be remembered very highly.